Hey guys, look at us. 1 o'clock, starting on time.
Can you see us? Can you hear us? Did it work this time? Did we finally figure our life out for our lives on YouTube on Wednesday?
It took us only like 2 months to actually get to that point, but
Yeah.
there was a lot of issues.
You know, tech glitches are a thing, but hey, we're happy you're here. We're happy you're joining us. I'm happy to see all of you guys jumping on. It's exciting to see your chat, and I was going to say see your faces. Some of you have pictures of your faces. Some of you guys have just like random pictures.
That's true.
But
we're sorry last week. We did realize the reason we got cut off at the very end.
Brad broke the rules.
I wasn't thinking, and when I threw on the music for us to be intense while we were doing the game, apparently YouTube realized that we had a copyright song playing in the background, and so they shut us down and said that we were infringing on copyright license.
But we fixed it. We're all good.
So we just got to make sure that we don't do songs again for any of our...
Yeah. So we'll just make Brad like beatbox while we're playing games.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Cool. I love seeing everyone's jumping on and chatting. Brad, do we have any announcements today?
Not really. I mean, at this point, right now, there's nothing that we have particularly. We're still working on trying to get some of our summer stuff figured out for what we're going to do for activities this summer, and then we're going to be working on some other things that are going to be coming up probably in the next month or so, and so we're excited about some of those things. I don't want to announce them yet, though, because then I feel like when we announce them, then we're committed to them. Yeah. So.
I know we had scheduled that we were going to have parent-student date night in May, like the Friday before Mother's Day. You know, the world is still in a crisis, so that has kind of affected some of those plans. Our plan at this point is to do something for you guys, but maybe send something to you guys to do at home. Because even if we're allowed to like leave our house at that point, most likely we can't gather in the hundreds. So that still kind of kills the parent-student date night. But yeah. We'll work on figuring something out. That's the only other detail that I figured is on the schedule for what's coming up that is going to be a little different.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for emails for me as we work out some of those options. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else that we really have coming up quickly that we need to talk about.
Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, that's true. If you guys have questions just about Amplify stuff right now, this will be a question and answer time. Let's just do that real quick for any Amplify related things that you may want to know about.
Yeah, so if you guys have questions about Amplify stuff coming up or plans that might be changed, let us know and we'll, excuse me, I got the hiccups. We'll answer those.
Well, we could probably go through, let's just talk about what we've been up to so they can stay up on that since we do that every week. And then while they're shooting in Amplify questions, if they have any, we can answer those in a second.
What's the baby's name?
When will Amplify start again? That's really going to be dependent upon the governor and when she releases some of the regulations, and then also based upon the federal government and when they lift laws. And so we're going to have to just play it by ear right now. I wish we could say like this is the time that we're going to be back, but unfortunately we're not at a point where we can really do that. And so we're just going to keep playing it by ear. We're really hoping that by summertime we're going to be back into it where we can at least have some fun activities during the summer. So
as far as like Amplify meeting on Sunday nights where we have our typical games and worship and small group time, right now we're anticipating that we won't get back to that until we have our fall kickoff, which we didn't really have that much Amplify in May anyways. I think we had maybe 1 day of regular Amplify because we had other stuff going on.
The messages that we've been actually doing, though, have been what we were going to be covering during this time. So we haven't been missing out on any really message content.
Speaking of which, if you guys are watching us right now, but you have not joined us on Sunday night, shame on you. Sunday nights, we do have some small group discussion time where we all get on a Zoom call so you actually all can see each other and talk to each other. It's super fun. And we just go through a Bible passage together and we discuss it. We apply it to today and what we're going through.
And we've had quite a few jump on. I know the guys group had 13 guys on it this last time. The girls group had...
I don't know. I wasn't watching.
I think last
My whole
time,
screen was full of lovely faces.
it's like 18 or something
Yeah,
like that. And so we've had quite a few actually jump on. But if you know of people who haven't jumped on that want to, or maybe have nothing else to do that evening, like it's a really fun opportunity for us to, one, go into God's Word, but then two, to be able to just connect with one another. So I know, like, for the first 15 minutes for the guys, we just kind of chill while we're waiting for guys to jump on, and then at the end we kind of leave it open to hanging out as well. So it's a fun opportunity for you guys to connect with one another, for us to connect with you. So if you haven't been on it, check it out.
They're all asking, like, what's the baby's name, and then trying to say what the baby's name is.
Well, you guys can find out the baby's name in July when the baby's born.
They said the baby's name's Micah. And then they're like, no, it's not. And then Josh said that the baby's name is Joshua Bradley Wurzel. And then more people asked about what's the baby's name. But I don't know, maybe if you guys are really nice to us, maybe if we really like you, we'll give you a hint of what the first letter is. But that's even a big maybe. We do know his first name.
Mm-hmm. We've known for a while.
Yeah. Actually, pretty much as soon as we found out we were having a boy, we knew his name. And we talked about a couple other names that we liked, but then we still went back to the one that we liked.
That's true.
All along. So, and I kind of figured that name out and picked that name out like a year and a half or 2 years ago. And I was like, hey, if we ever have kids, I like this name. And surprise, surprise, here we are. We're pregnant and it's a boy. And we still like that name that we've discovered a while ago. So, yeah.
Let's jump into what we've been up to.
Yes.
Real quick. For us, we have been staying at home. Shocker. We've been working still on the baby room, but it was exciting last night because we finished up the last paint job on the room. And so today our plan is that we're going to start cleaning up all the paint products that are in the room, and then we're supposed to be getting a rug soon. We already have a baby crib. And we're going to get some other things that we're going to start setting up. And so we're super excited because, like, that room has gone from, like, a 1920. Well, no, the wallpaper was
the room was built in 1920.
Yeah. But it's probably like a 1960s, 70s feel in that room.
Because they redid the wallpaper.
To now a 21st century room. A 21st century room. And so it's been really fun for us to kind of see the transformation that's taking place. So we've been working on that. We I'm trying to think of what else we have done that's been exciting. You saw the video. If you haven't checked out the video, we just dropped off a exercise video of Bree and I taking on the challenge of staying fit. And so we didn't have Bree throughout the entire thing because the 3 push-ups she hurt for the next, 2 days after that.
You're not supposed to tell them that. Okay, you try doing that when you're pregnant, though, okay? Like, if you look up a picture of, a diagram of what happens to someone's body when they get pregnant, everything is in the wrong place, basically. Like, my back is completely arched now. My stomach is, up into my lungs because there has to be a baby there in the stomach. So for the record, muscles are pushed on. My abs now are on my sides because they have to split open so that the baby can be there. So just saying, okay, 3 push-ups was putting my body through a lot in that moment. At least I did something, okay?
I'm thinking there was something else that we did this week. Oh!
What did we do?
We're getting really close now to working on our own kitchen. So we're super excited about that because we're going to actually hopefully rip out our kitchen and put in a new one. It's been a dream of ours since we first purchased the house. We were like, you know what? This is the first thing that needs to go. It wasn't the first thing that went because it's a more expensive project and just time consuming. And so we finally have cabinets. We're super excited about that. And then we're hoping to plan on working on that and get that done before the baby comes.
Granite to put in.
Got
Which
granite.
the fun thing is that putting granite into our house means that my dad has to come visit from Washington, and so my mom will come too. Because random fun fact about Brianna, well, more like Brianna's dad. My dad was actually a geologist major in college, so he studied like rocks and the earth. And when my parents were newly married and young, and when I was really little, my dad's job that he worked to take care of like our family of 6 was that he installed granite professionally in like $1 million homes all over where we lived. And so, because at that point, granite was super expensive, and the only people that had granite were like
Still is.
really wealthy. Yeah. Which, praise the Lord, this guy gave us all the granite and the solid cabinet, like solid oak cabinets, all for free. And he's like, I'm just glad they're going to be used. Take them for free. So, but my dad, because he installed granite professionally, he gets to come and help us install granite. So I get to see my parents, guys. I get to see my mommy and my daddy.
This whole virus thing kind of settled out and figure out when they can be able to come out. But
I know, except my parents have talked about, because they live in Washington State, so they live like 2,000 miles away from us, and flying isn't the best idea right now for them. So they're talking about just loading up in their trailer and driving across the country to come visit us for a few weeks. So if that happens, I'd be super stoked about that.
Yeah, and hopefully then they'll release all these bans really soon, because I know a lot of states have been talking about it. So yeah. So I think those are probably the biggest things that we've been up to. We got Charlie some new toys. He's super excited about that. We got him like 2 new squeaker toys from PetSmart, and he's been like, he just sits in the living room and it's like squeak, 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 and it just goes for like an hour. Yeah, and so we just
he loves his toys right now.
We'll be like sitting at dinner and going like, oh my goodness. But at the same time, we're also happy that he's concentrated on the toys and he's not concentrated on like trying to get, he always like wants to come up through your arm and try to smell like your dish of food. And we're like, hey, get off.
He thinks he's sneaky and he'll like lick the edge of the table like to get closer and closer to your food. And then you just look at him and he'll like back up and sit down like, oh, I've been caught. Like,
I mean, he is sneaky. Because apparently he ate a sock last night and threw it up in the middle of the night. And so now I had to clean that up this morning. But, yeah. It's always Bree's socks, though. He always eats hers.
Apparently he puked up one of my socks today. Didn't know where that came from. So, yeah, that is a week in the life of Brad and Bree. They're a dog that squeaks toys 24/7. Or is trying to crawl on the couch 24/7, which he's not allowed to do. And a dog that eats and pukes up socks right now. And
we did yard work.
Yes, Brad weeded our gardens, but we can't go buy flowers right now.
But they look pretty still, even though they're clean or not like with flowers in them.
Yeah, so the gardens look great. We might be able to put mulch in the gardens though, because Brad's dad has some mulch still, and has access to some farming stuff. So we might be able to mulch our gardens. And we still have shrubs and bushes in them, so, you know.
I was able to put fertilizer down on our lawn to help with our lawn. And I've been mowing because we're at that point of the season. And so been staying actually pretty busy.
I feel like our life is not that interesting, though. So maybe we should move on to Q&A time. Because I feel like students don't really care that we put fertilizer on grass, even though we care. And we are like, yeah! Students probably don't care that we put fertilizer on our grass.
It's important because if they drive by our house to go see get their groceries, then they have to see our house. And you know.
If you drive by our house, just honk. You know, we'll wave from the windows. Actually, by the time you honk, you're usually like down at the next house at that point by the time we look. But we like to hear honks as people drive by. It means people think of us. So
that's true.
Yeah. Hopefully we can all do fun things over the summer soon together. Maybe have you guys all over at our house again.
Yeah.
Show off our new kitchen.
Yeah.
Our new baby room.
Yeah.
Our nursery. Yeah. So that's our life. What are you guys up to? What questions do you have for us today? What do you want to hear from us? What do you want to know about us?
I haven't seen Megan on here, which makes me nervous because she's normally our
I know. I actually messaged Megan and Clara individually and reminded them because I didn't see them on.
Where do we live, babe? We're in Eau Claire, and so on Pipestone Road, when you're going down it, we're on that one. So
Bailey, I don't know. He lives in Buchanan, I think.
Yeah. So that's where we kind of.
You might not be out in our area too often because we live on different corners, but.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm Trying to see if we have other questions. If you guys have questions and you want us to start answering some fun questions, you can send those in. I haven't seen
Hello,
them.
Ryan. Ryan Camacho's on.
Ryan, dude, you're on, man. Welcome. We're excited to have you. It's fun whenever we get to see like new people jumping on too that haven't been on as much. So, trying to think. What is your favorite kind of dog? We really like golden retrievers. I also like German Shepherds. That's been another one that we were kind of like, if we were to get another dog, we could maybe get a German Shepherd or an Aussie.
Yeah, an Aussie and Australian Shepherd. I like those too. They're really cute. They're fluffy. They can often have blue eyes like me. Because our kids will probably have brown eyes like Brad. So I gotta have some pet, some child, something that has my blue eyes. I like my blue eyes. Which is funny because all of my siblings and both of my parents, we all have blue eyes. And a lot of my relatives have blue eyes. And so back home, tons of people have blue eyes because we're all really Dutch from where I come from. And blue eyes was just a really strong gene in our area. But out here, it's not common. And the brown eye gene is more dominant. So my blue eye gene might end with me. We'll see.
Let's see. Do you like pet chickens?
That's a better question for you. I don't like chickens. They scare me.
I think like the ones that my parents always got were barred rock, and so they're really good for like laying eggs, but they're not the prettiest chickens in the world. And so I feel like I really like the what are they called? They're the little like small chickens. They're like super small, even when they're like full grown, they're a really small chicken. I don't remember what they're called, but I do like those chickens just because they stay cute. It's almost like they stay in their like chick
I think
phase.
about in college when they would feed us like chiclets for dinner. And it's like mini chickens where they just took the feathers off and fried it, and you literally have like a chicken sitting on your plate. And it was the nastiest thing ever because half the time they still had feathers stuck in them. It was really gross. But I like eating the eggs from fresh farm chickens.
There's a big difference on that.
I used to think there wasn't. Now I know there is.
We'll always get like, we'll pay more even if my parents don't have like the eggs that day. We'll get the organic, cage-free farm chickens. Even though it's more expensive at the store, they're just so much better. I don't know. If once you've had it long enough, you can definitely tell that the white eggs that they have at the stores just don't have any flavor. It's not that they taste bad, it's that they literally don't have flavor.
They just don't have flavor. So then you have to, and that's why I grew up thinking I hated eggs, because they just were like sponges, eating sponges. But I actually do like farm fresh eggs. I'm cracking up about some of these comments. Matthew, you haven't really missed much. We're just starting our Q&A time, and Brad and I shared about what we've been up to in the last week. And you can ask Josh because he was listening. But basically, we just keep working on our property and our home with what we can actually do at home, because we can't go out and buy anything for our home because everything's shut down.
Yeah. AD asked how the weather was. Or do we like the weather right now?
I don't like the rain.
Don't like the snow?
No. I like the rain when I can sit in the fall when it's raining, and I can sit inside and sip my hot chocolate and sit by the fire and read a book. Like, that to me is like my cozy Washington weather. Right now, I just want the sun. Yeah. It's been a long winter. It's been a long spring.
I feel like I am excited, though. Within the past couple of days, I've started to see like the blossoms on the trees actually pushing out. And so that's exciting for me, because a lot of times the brush on the ground will be the first stuff to come out, and the trees always take so much longer. And so I feel like spring is almost like officially here once the trees start blossoming, and we're like at that point. Yeah. So that is exciting. And the weather in the next forecast is like, yes, rainy, but it's definitely getting warmer. And so I'm excited about that.
Bailey, I'm sorry about your chickens. He said his chickens, when they lived in Georgia, a raccoon ate their heads off through the fence. That's a really sad story. I'm really sorry for your chickens. I may not like chickens, but I do value life, and that's a sad story.
That is not good.
Poor that's chickens.
Bad. Let's see. I'm on Micah's recommended list for YouTube. Yep.
You don't really watch too much on YouTube. Like, you watch car stuff? Like how to fix cars? Sometimes you watch you watch videography. Sometimes you watch like cool up and coming, like the coolest of the cool cars.
A lot of tech stuff. Typically, I'll try to see what's up and coming for tech.
Yeah, you don't usually watch YouTube just for the pleasure of like going through a series of videos. Usually you go to YouTube to watch how-tos, whether it's tech or it's car or something.
Like if I'm working on my truck, a lot of times I'll be working on that kind of stuff through YouTube.
Riley asked, do we like to read? Yes. I need a good book series to read, though. I've kind of run out of some good book series, so then I try a new one, and then it ends up just flopping, and I don't really like it, so I don't finish it, and then I kind of get out of the habit of reading. But when I get into a good series, like, reading will keep me up half the night. Shouldn't, but it does.
Yeah,
because I'll get into a good book, and I just read and read and read and read and read, and then all of a sudden it's like 3 a.m. and the book's done, and I'm like, wait, my story's over?
I can't do 3 o'clock.
I like reading.
I have a hard time staying up that late. I thought I saw another one.
They asked if rain makes us tired.
I don't know if the rain makes us tired, but I feel like it definitely makes the gloomy, makes you kind of feel cozy. So sometimes on like a rainy day, we'll actually pull out like hot chocolate or something and then read a book. And
we'll do our fireplace.
Yeah, we never have a fire, and so we'll actually do like on YouTube a 10-hour
We started doing that in Chicago because we were in an apartment, so like we couldn't have a fireplace in our apartment. But YouTube will have like just this live loop of a fire crackling. So we play that a lot in the fall when we'd be working on homework. And that was always like, you'd hear the pitter-patter of rain. I love sleeping to the sound of rain.
That is really nice.
Because I grew up so much hearing that, like in
as long
Washington
as there's no
all
thunder.
year long. Without the thunder, but just having, and that's the thing here, when it rains, it's usually thundering too.
Mm-hmm.
Back home, you would just have rain, like sheets of rain on the window, and it was just the most peaceful water. It was good. I liked it. That's the difference here.
Have you ever broken any bones? I have. Actually, mine was when I was 12, I want to say. Yeah, I think I was 12. We came back from a baseball game, and so I went over to my friend's house, and while I was there, he and I were playing where he would swing on the swing, and then I'd roll like a kickball towards him, and he'd kick it up into the air, but it got stuck in a tree, and so I went up to climb and get there. I was probably 15, 20 feet up into the tree, and I did the move where I released off one hand, went up for another one above, and grabbed a dead branch that broke off, and so I flew out of the tree, hit the ground, and then broke pretty much all the way around. My growth plates were shattered on my right hand. So I was in a cast up to like my shoulder and like in a 90-degree angle for a couple months. And then they cut that off. They wiped my arm off, and then they put another cast on that was below my elbow for another couple months. But I still rock climbed even with that on, because we were supposed to go on a Colorado trip, and I really wanted to go rock climbing, and I've looked forward to this for a year. And I asked the doctor, so can I rock climb even if I have this cast on? And he's like, it's not really preferable. We would say no. And I was like, I'm going to anyways. And so I did. And you know what? One, my arms are still the same length, and I can still use it fully normal. So I've broken a bone. I don't think you have, though, have you?
I've never officially gone to a doctor to see if I've broken a bone. There was one time in my life where I think I broke my toe. Because I don't remember if I was washing the dog or what I was doing, but I was standing in the bathtub, and I slipped down the tub, and my toe, it was one of those drains where it like pops up, and it was like kind of elegant because it was my mom and dad's fancy bathtub that was a little bigger, and I slipped and I jammed my toe in and down the drain, and it hurt so bad I couldn't put pressure on my foot for a couple days. Like I couldn't put any pressure on my foot for a few days because that toe hurt so bad, and it was like black and blue. And it took weeks for it to like slowly go away, and I could start putting pressure on it, but I had to wrap it. And I never went to the doctor because like if you break a finger or toe, like especially a toe, there's not a lot they can do. So that's the one time I think I might have broken a bone was when I jammed my toe in the bathtub.
I broke other people's bones.
Yeah.
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 The same friend that I went over to his house and broke my arm at, I went back to his house later on, and we came from football practice, and we were playing tag, and we were running opposite ways around the house, and I had my cleats on, and he came around the corner, and I came around the corner, and I stepped on his bare foot with my cleats and broke his foot, and he was out for the rest of the season.
Who was that?
It was Greg Pete.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ouch. Bailey asked rain or snow. I say rain right now during this season.
Yeah.
I'd rather have rain than snow because rain is just watering the earth and getting things green, whereas snow kills everything right now.
Snow is fun in the winter, though, because then you can go snowboarding. So I do like snow in the winter, but I do like rain right now. What is your favorite bird of prey? Whoa.
That's a good Brad question.
I said debris just not that long ago. I think my full, species that I really like are the birds of prey, but particularly I like the bald eagle just because of their aggressiveness, but then their elegance of how they look and just everything about them. So probably a bald eagle for me.
Mm-hmm. They're giving me book recommendations.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see. Would you? Oh, okay. There's the rain and snow that you had. Is that right? I broke my head open when I was 3.
Yeah.
Riley, man, that's not good.
Brad did something on the back of his head too, and
actually in the chapel. So where we normally have Amplify message, in that room before how it looks now, there used to be stairs that were in that room all the way up that you'd sit on, and my parents were doing some reconstruction of the room, and they're putting up drywall on the ceiling and whatnot, and then I was down below, and probably was roughly around that age, 3 or 4, and I was hitting a little piece of drywall on the floor, and I was just cracking it, trying to break it, and then I went, whoa, and took the teeth and stuck them right into
the teeth of the hammer.
Yeah, the teeth of the hammer right into my head.
He threw a hammer into his head.
And all of a sudden, brought that down, and I was like, that hurt. And so I put my hand on my head and brought it back, and my whole hand had blood on it. And I was like, that's not good. Even at 3 years old or 4 years old. And so my brother, freaks out when he sees me and, flips me over and holds me by my legs so my head's hanging down to the floor because he didn't want to get blood on him. And he's, running me to the bathroom. Just a fact, when your head is upside down and all of the blood is rushing to your head, where the hole is in your head, that just makes it worse. Just gonna say that.
So if you ever find blood stains in the church, it's probably Brad's. Also, you guys can just pray for me now because I'm having his son. So all of these stories are a reality of my future. Because like father, like son. And I'm just trying to brace for it. We talked about needing to get a super intense first aid kit in our house with tourniquets and braces and tons of bandages and medical tape because having a Wurzel as a son.
Well, the problem is we're going to go out and we're going to have fun together, too.
At least your mom was an RN. Your mom was a registered nurse, and so was Jessica.
That's true.
So at least I'm first aid certified and a lifeguard and have all my certifications. But I'm oh man, I'm in trouble, guys.
Man, a lot of them have broken something on their body. Yeah, a ton. Collarbones, fingers, arms. Then there's people that have never broken it. Somebody said that basically they've never broke anything, and so eventually it's going to just pile up to the point where they're going to... Was it Emily, right? I'm pretty sure. And then let's see.
I don't know why COVID-19 prevention team sent a message and then retracted the message. I don't know.
Just move on from it.
Moving on. Ren keeps asking if we're going to need help in our kitchen. Ideally, I'd love to say yes. However, COVID means that we can't have people over and we can't be within 6 feet of other people. So that's the problem with that.
Yeah, that makes it challenging.
If like all these bans and stuff were lifted, I'd be like, yeah, let's have a painting party because I have to paint all these cabinets and paint the kitchen and sand the floor or put new flooring in. There's a lot of things to do. But it's kind of up to us right now because we can't have people over.
Yep.
So if things change, then yeah, hit us up, and I'm sure maybe we'll have projects here or there to work on. Josh says we're being spied on.
Well, do we want to jump into our activity?
Yeah, I don't see Charlotte on here today. Is Charlotte on here?
I haven't seen any of her posts.
This was Charlotte's idea to do this game today.
Well, she can always go back and watch it later.
Micah said, Brad, what are you drinking? Nothing?
Water. No, I was drinking water.
I was like, you don't have anything. Yeah, Brad's got his water.
We can only drink water here, but we can't go to the bathroom because the church had all of their water turned off. So basically, we drink water and then we hold it.
You're not supposed to tell them
we're here. Oh, yeah. We're not
here. Well, actually, it's
not
a big deal.
Yeah. Trying to think if we have any. I don't think we have any other questions at least coming up, so we could always jump into our game.
Yeah.
Since we have like 1,500 different things that we could do on the game. Do you want to do it? They're all watching us going, wow, we're really boring.
No, I'm trying to understand why Zach is like saying one letter per message, but it doesn't spell something that makes sense. I don't know. That's what
we're gonna do our game. We're gonna stop being boring.
I'm gonna make you go first though because I'm kind of embarrassed.
Okay. Wait. Where's my thingy? Okay, hold on. Do you want to explain it?
Okay. So last week we said if you guys had game recommendations or ideas, to send them our way, and only one person did. So good job, Charlotte. So we're gonna play her game today for you. If it printed funny, I'm sorry.
So the game is
charades. We're gonna play charades. Brad and I are gonna take turns acting stuff out, but you guys have to guess what we are.
Okay. Right.
Or what we're acting out, or whatever. So,
are we gonna tell them the category to narrow it down for them?
Micah wants you to say hi to William.
Hey, William. There we go.
Or Bree. Hi, William.
Do you want me to give them the category?
Yeah, we got to figure out what the rule is. Like, do you want to give the category and say like what category it is, so it gives them something to narrow it down?
Yeah, some of these we might want to because they're going to be really hard if they don't. No. Okay, let's do the first category, and I will go first. Okay. Trying to think which one's going to be a good one. Oh, here we go. Okay. So the first category is activities.
Wait, I need to know what one you're doing so I can tell you when they guess it right.
So activities.
Okay. Oh, that's an easy one. Are you guys ready for this?
We're going to start out easy and make it harder as we go. Okay.
I don't know. How is it going to work standing up?
Well, I can always tilt it up a little bit real quick. Okay, ready?
Okay, you're fixing your coat on the actual camera now. Oh, and there you go. No, wait.
Okay, what are they going to say? That's all you get. There it is.
They're all saying baseball.
Yeah, look at that. Easy.
We watched the baseball movie last night.
It was good. It was the final season.
The final season?
Yeah, the final season.
Yeah, it was good. Okay.
Okay, you gotta pick one. You can stay in activities real quick.
Okay, so we're going to stay in the activities category. Should I do an easy one first?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
ready? I don't have to get up for this. I can just sit. Lucky me. Ready?
Go.
Go.
This is something Brie never does.
Not true. So not true.
Yeah, brushing teeth. That's what they said. Nah,
I do brush my teeth.
She brushes her
thank you.
teeth. She just doesn't floss them.
I take care of my teeth. Good job, guys. Yes, that was brushing teeth. Okay.
Let's see.
We're still in the activities category.
Oh, let's do this one.
Oh, this is gonna be good for Brad.
Good,
Yeah,
right?
try to make me do that one. Okay. Ready?
Actually, here we go.
Set. Go. Thank you, Josh. He said I did a better push-up than you in video. Oh. The COVID-19 prevention team said everyone please stay 6 feet away from others. Meditating, push-ups, meditating, praying, meditation. Yuda?
I felt like that one was getting closer.
Getting closer. Meditating, meditating. Ah! Zach said yoga.
Yeah,
Yes,
good job.
Yoga. Good job.
Okay, you're up.
Riley said, wow, Brad, that was good. LOL. Okay, yeah, try to make me do that. That's not happening. Okay, activities.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
This one?
Ooh, that's good.
Good
Go
one?
for it.
Okay. I'm trying to think of how I can do better. I can't really lay on my stomach.
Go for it. Do it.
But I'm
They're
trying
waiting.
to- Okay. Hold on. This one's getting real, guys.
What are you doing?
Ready? I don't know if this. Oh, wait, I'll just bend over. Right? Ready? Gotta lock my knees in so I don't fall on my belly. Ah!
Whoa. Okay. Hopefully they can figure this one out. Swimming. Okay, we're done. Okay, let's do a different activity or a different one now. Okay. Oh, here we go. Let's do animals and insects. That's the new category. Animals and insects.
Micah said off balance.
Oh man.
Josh said killing Brad. I was swimming with great form.
Okay.
That's a great one. I like that
Oh
one.
man.
I was up for Halloween one time and I was alive. A picture of it.
I don't know how to do this one though. Okay, remember this one is insects and animals. That's the new category that we have right this moment. Okay, here we go. Okay, okay, and then wait, no, they wouldn't have that.
Micah said locust. Oh gosh. Miranda question mark. Matthew thinking. Micah ant. Josh chicken. Oh, Taylor Sill said bee.
Yeah, that's close. That's close.
Abby said bee.
Okay,
Allison
narrow it
said
down.
bee.
Narrow it down.
It's a specific bee. Think of your friendly little bee. Wasp. No, I don't like wasps. Those aren't friendly.
I don't know what's time.
This kind is fatter. Be fatter.
Wait.
Honeybee. Bumblebee.
Yeah, bumblebee.
Bumblebee. Good job. Okay.
Okay. New insect. Here we go. Ready?
Okay, pick one for me.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, how am I supposed to do that?
Wait, actually do this.
No, wait, I want to do that one.
Okay.
I'm going to do that one. I think for a second. And I was trying to find.
I don't know what you're doing, but you should do what you're doing.
they're still going off different bees.
Okay.
Okay, ready, guys?
Are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it. If I fall, it's your fault. Ready?
What is that?
I can't see the top of me. Here, I'm gonna get back down. I gotta get behind the chair. Ready?
A crane, a dolphin.
This.
What are you doing? Giraffe! Whoa, Bailey, man, I don't know how you got that, but
Thank you. I had to get the arch because they're like their back is always
what
lower.
was this thing though?
The neck and the head.
But your head's right there. This isn't your head.
This is the body. I gotta cover the body.
Goliath, scorpion,
See?
lion. Okay, which one should I do? Ready?
Okay.
Which one?
I want you to be that one.
Ooh, okay. All right, here we go.
Whew, that one took the breath out of me a little bit. Thank you, Riley. I know I did a great job. Brad in the morning. Goat. Sloth. Cow.
Yeah, cow.
COVID-19 prevention team. Guess cow.
Is that one of our students and they're just naming themselves that?
I don't know.
Who's COVID prevention team? Tell us who you are. We want to know.
Okay. Yes, Emily, you did guess it first.
Let's see. Now another one, Bree. Let's do this one. Got it? Okay. 3.
That's not easy because I
2.
can't get. Oh, I can't get on the floor.
Well, that's fine. You don't have to be on the
I
floor.
can't.
Or I can do an easier one for you. Let's do this one. Okay.
Riley better get this one.
Oh, it's Ryan. Ryan.
It's Ryan Camacho. I was like, what the heck? I was so confused. Ready, guys?
Wait,
What?
I'm so confused. How did they already know? Matthew, how did you already know it before Bree even did it? He did a picture of a bunny.
Because I'm just that good. I'm just that good.
Wow, that was good. Okay.
Yes, Riley. I was a rabbit, just for you.
Let's do. Oh my goodness, some of these would be hard to do. Let's do this one. Food is our category. Okay.
Okay.
Food is our category. So I will start with this one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Here is food category.
Spaghetti. Banana.
Yeah.
Emily said
banana.
banana.
Okay. You're up. Ready?
Same with Taylor, Josh, Bailey, Zach, and then Ren said kangaroo.
But we're in the food category, Ren.
Oh,
Okay.
brilliant. Ready, guys?
If it's brilliant, then do it.
Ready?
Let's see. Gum. Okay. go on gum a little bit more. It is. Are you gonna do it so they understand?
I don't know if I can with this one. This one doesn't
Bubble
work.
gum.
Yeah,
There we go. Okay, let's do. I'm gonna do this one.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Ice cream, says Emily and Taylor and Zach.
Yeah, look
Bailey.
at that. Look at that. Easy.
Abby said potato. Josh said ice cream. Riley said ice cream. Allison said ice cream. Allison said potato, question mark. I love you guys all so much. Man, I miss you guys.
Okay, this one.
Okay.
Ready?
Am I making it or eating it?
You can do both.
Okay. We're going to start the process here. Ready, guys? I'm making a decision on what kind I'm making.
They're already guessing. They're saying it's gonna be cake.
And then I'm gonna pick it up.
Pizza! Wow, that's good. Then you got.
That's what I was getting to. I was getting to the tossing, and the hand toss, and then the cutting of it, and eating.
Ready? I'm gonna do this one.
Oh, that's a great one for Brad.
Okay. I think. Let's see. What would be a good way to say?
They were guessing pizza, and then Emily said CPR. Like I was.
Okay, wait. Here we go. We'll just do it. You ready?
Yes, Emily. It did kind of look like CPR at first. I didn't know we could use sound effects. Milkshake. Shake. Riley. A ton of question marks. Abby. Ryan. Gatorade. Zach. Ruby float. Matthew. Ice cream. Ryan. Gasoline. Allison. Smoothie. Taylor. Coffee. Bailey. Milkshake. Shake. Gun. Riley. What the? Oh, Matthew got it! Popcorn!
Yes! That was an air popper, peoples!
Guys, it gets really confusing when you're changing your names all to different things. Now we have 2 different COVID-19 prevention teams.
I'm pretty sure the other one is Josh Wood. Okay,
Something like that.
ready?
Was that Michael's picture?
You got. Let's do this one. Right?
Yeah, I've been craving that.
Yep, okay. Breeze up.
Bailey said popcorn? That was terrible.
Some of these are going to be really hard.
I love eating this. I don't know how to act it out, though. All right. Ready, guys? Allison. Oh, popcorn!
A dip.
Oh, no, this is what. This is what.
Apples and caramel. Baby bottle. Nope. Chips and dip. Mm-hmm.
You guys are doing better than I thought you were.
Fries. Yeah, French fries.
You got
Let's go. It was Bailey. Got it.
Bailey. Good job, Bailey.
Okay. Here we're gonna do a new section. This will be our last category, okay? Sports and players. Sports and players.
Oh dear.
Okay? I'll do this one. Okay?
That's
Here
easy.
is our first sport.
Who else loves French fries? I'm obsessed.
I feel like I could go for some French fries.
I could really go for some French fries. We should stop at All Clear Main Street on the way home.
Or we should just make some at our house since we have a ton of potatoes sitting on our thing. They just be mini fries. There you go.
That requires more work.
Okay, here we go.
I think
Ready?
I have a bag of frozen fries.
Players and sports. Next category.
They're also talking about French fries. Archery says Allison and Emily.
Yep.
And Abby and Bailey and Zach. And and so it continues.
Good job, guys. That was an easy
I
one.
love that there's emojis for most of what we're doing, so some of them will put the emoji. That takes some time to get the emoji right.
Okay, here is it.
You already did that one.
No, we didn't. We just did this one.
No, but the first thing that you did.
No, I didn't do this.
Babe, what was the very first one that you did today?
It was.
It was an activity called baseball.
Oh.
And we
playing
talked about
baseball.
watching the movie.
Oh, yeah, this one.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
see, they already were saying baseball. I was like, you already did this one. Okay. Ready, guys?
Football? Basketball! Yeah! Let's go. Oh, they don't have it on here, but I'm going to add it, okay?
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, here we go.
I'm moving around too much. Hockey.
Yeah, look at that.
Impressive. One of our COVID-19 prevention teams. I don't know which one. Micah, maybe? And tennis, golf, track, running, hockey,
Ping
ping pong.
pong.
Ball.
Here's yours.
Okay.
Okay. Go for it. That's fun. Kayaking. Skiing!
Ah!
Hey!
See? I'm not so bad!
Here we go. I'll do this one.
Okay.
Okay, and then we'll do one more for you, and then we'll finish
Okay.
up. Okay, right? Here we go.
Yes, good job, guys. I was skiing. Football. Dude, I was going to say, I don't even remember what you are, but I remember now. Dueling. Tennis.
Yeah.
Riley said tennis, then Bailey said tennis.
That would have been really fast, though. They would have been hitting it really quick back to me if I was doing.
No, it was shooting the balls out at you, and you were just hitting them back as fast as you could.
Yeah, no, that's
what you
good.
did.
Let's do this one.
Okay.
Final one. Here we go. Furbury.
That's all I got.
Are you kidding me? They did football as soon as you put it up in your hand.
I'm just that good at this game, Brad. I'm just that good.
I think you're typing it into there, and I just can't see it.
No, I'm not. I'm just that good. Good job, guys. So next week, if you guys have any challenges or games that you'd like to play with us, let us know. Shoot us an email or a text or a message or however you communicate best with us. Give us your ideas. This was Charlotte's idea today. Too bad she couldn't watch us playing it today.
She can watch it later.
Yep, she can watch the replay later. Yeah, if you guys have...
Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and the church Facebook page.
A push-up challenge.
So that way you can stay up on all the stuff that we're doing, the videos that we're creating, and anything else that we do.
Yep. Instagram, church Facebook page, Amplify's YouTube page.
Reach out to people. Let them know we have a small group on Sunday at 6 p.m. We'll be sending out a link with it. That will be a guys group and then a girls group that you can join on as a Zoom call. Even if your Wi-Fi is not great, you can actually still call in and hear all of the conversations we're having. So there's a lot of options for you to stay connected with us. We're excited that you guys were on today. Hope you had fun with it. We have fun when we start thinking through the different funny things that we get to do at these times. So yeah, like Bree said, send them out to us. Let us know things that you want us to do. And we'll go from there. You have anything else to say?
No, they all say you're the best, and they're sending you gold medals for winning the charades challenge. Yeah, we'll try to think of. I got some ideas of what we could do next week. So if you guys have ideas of what we can do next week. Oh, they sent me not gold medals, but gold trophies.
Wait, that's for Bree?
No, the guys were sending you medals saying Brad's the best, and now the girls are sending trophies saying no, Bree's the best.
Oh, gotcha. So we're both the best.
Yep. So, yeah, we're still not gonna tell you what our baby's name is. Maybe we'll tell you the first letter of the name because there's probably millions of names that start with that letter.
Yeah.
Maybe. You guys have to really convince us, though, that it's worth telling you. And I had something else I was going to say. Just give us ideas of what you want to do next week during this time together. Think of some questions in advance. Things you want to know about us or funny stories. Oh, next week, ask Brad about the time he came to church with mouse poop in his hair. Next week, ask Brad about the time he came to church with mouse poop in his hair. It's one of my favorite stories of Brad. Again, I will have an interesting life with a Wurzel as a child.
And with that, we're signing off.
Yes, we love you guys so much. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Have a great rest of your week. Spend time with your family. Play charades with your family. It can be really fun to get the whole family involved. Make it teams. Yeah. Well, we'll see you guys Wednesday. We love you guys. Use your time wisely. Find things to do. Bye,
See you guys.